Thank you very much, Commissioner. It was very enlightening and informative. And I just want to, not a question, but it is just sharing an experience with the URA. Sometimes back, I was doing a lot of business in Uganda, and I ended up with some unpaid taxes, which were going beyond 10 years. So anyway, that was resolved with a very good approach that URA responded with, and it was resolved, the ledger and all that. But actually, I want to give you compliments. The thing is that about 2 years ago, I got a credit note from URA, which was about 8 million, and I didn't know about it. And they did this credit 10 years ago. So, I mean, I can just applaud your integrity. You know, this is amazing, you know, this is really good. So, I haven't taken the credit yet because they said they won't give a cash. Can you explain this to me? Because they said they only give a credit for my future taxes, which won't be there because I am a non-resident of Uganda. So that credit will remain with you. Can you account for it? Thank you.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you very much, my brother, for that compliment and the information. Now, your point has made me remember some two areas that I should highlight. For a long time, we've been having an issue of discrepancies in the understanding of our ledgers. How we understand the ledgers is not how our taxpayers understand them. This was as a result of technology, migration, and really something happened and our data was not that accurate. So if you're one of the people who we may have written to you demanding for taxes that were not accurate, we apologize about that. But we set in place a team about 2 years ago to review all ledgers. And it is the effort of that team that has been discovering either ungiven credit or taxes that have been due. So they go through the ledgers, they reconcile, and afterwards, if you have a credit, they inform you. If you owe us, we still inform you, but more firm about what we think you owe the organization. And this team has done a great job, so I'm happy to hear feedback from London. Now, in terms of that unreturned money, we will make ways of transferring it to accounts. We may have, acknowledged that we owe, and we have said you come and pick. Of course, when you have someone who you owe, if they don't pick, you can still use that money for something else. But with this input, let's put a channel for those who are not returning and who can give us an account and we send their money wherever they are. But the second point I wanted to mention, in these laws that have been passed this financial year, there is a waiver of interest and penalty for all those companies and businesses who owe revenue, unpaid revenue, because that has been another area of conflict. You start when you're owing like 100 million in unpaid tax, but because of the passage of time, that money attracts interest and penalties for late payment, and it becomes sometimes unaffordable. So if there is anybody in this room or people you can reach who knows that he owes Uganda Revenue Authority or the government of Uganda unpaid taxes, under the current law, and thanks to our members of parliament, there is a law which is in the Tax Procedures Code, Section 40D. And this section waives all interest and all penalty for taxpayers who are willing to settle their liabilities. So anybody who knows that he owes and there is interest and penalty and maybe it has been a struggle to pay that, please approach us. The problem with this law, it has a short window of up to 31st December this year. So if you are to take advantage of this, please come before 30th December, pay your principal tax, and then the penalty and interest will be waived. Thank you for your point. It reminded me that issue.
Thank you, Commissioner.